Hey guys, what's poppin'? It's Starp on the PC. Welcome back to another video. This is literally the third time I filmed this intro. No, but seriously, the lighting is just not worth that. And like, I'm trying this new lighting thing. Now I'm using yellow light with the blue lights, and you can see like everything in my glasses. I'm sorry, it's a look. Video today, we're gonna be getting into another story time because you guys really seem to like my last one, and I appreciate all the love and support on that one. Yeah, maybe it'll help you, with any teacher problems that you may have, so go check that out. I think it's over here. I don't freaking know. Nonetheless, I digress, and today's videos is going to be about why airports give me anxiety. This is not a joke. Like, airports actually give me anxiety. Like, this is not like a haha, oh my goodness, he's so funny. No, this is like serious. Like, airports actually give me anxiety, and sorry if I start sweating, it's like really hot. So if you guys are ready for this, make sure you guys are back on that, because here we go. This flight's about to take off. I thought about changing the lighting again, but honestly, if you guys like it, let me know down below, and if you don't, let me know down below, because I don't know anymore. I have so much biasing as myself. I don't like any of this, but like, I've already filmed too many videos like this to even worry about it, honestly. I need this lighting, let me know. I know the lighting's, I know it's kind of annoying because like the glasses, I'm sorry, but not sorry enough to take them off. So the story. So airports I've gone to since I was literally like a baby star. Like, what are those called? Like a dwarf planet kind of moment. I love how I like name myself Star, and like there's like, I don't even push it. Like, it's just a thing that I just like happen. You can call me Star if you want to. Like, you can call me whatever the frick you want. I'm just here. I'm just a human being. Hi, nice to meet ya. In reality, I was a bibis, and as a bibis, I went to the airport a lot. Like, my mom and my dad were like in companies that made them travel. Jamaica, Florida, everywhere. As a bibis, I would go and travel. I don't know where I left off at. As a child, I would just go around to a lot of airports and stuff, so it was all fine. Nothing, too bad. And then, as I started getting older and I moved here to where I am today, hello, hi. Real quick, I'm sorry if the quality is worse in this video. It's funny because I record in 4K, not anymore, because it just showed too many things of my face, even though it still does. I ended up lowering it down a little bit because it also takes less storage, but also because as many times as I have to edit it and chop it down and re-upload it and all that stuff, I have to keep saving it because it's the stuff that I use to edit isn't the best, but like, it's okay. It works with me. The quality still ends up coming bad anyway, so I figured it was a stupid waste of my time to record in 4K when in the end it ended up recording 720p anyway, because when you upload it to YouTube, I guess it lowers the quality, or I guess because I saved it so many times and edited it, I don't know if you know what I'm saying. If you edit videos, you understand. If not, I'm sorry. Basically, sorry, my quality is trash. When I get an actual camera and I get an actual editing app, and I decide to pay that much money for editing apps that they do cost, then hopefully it won't be that bad. Sorry for any background noise you may hear as well. I'm trying. Now that I got all my disclaimers out of the way, back to the story. So, when I'm here, I'm sad. I cry. Depression. And so I want to go visit family. Friends. What? No friends. Family. Back in New Jersey, I miss my home. I miss the seasons. I miss the weather. I miss the atmosphere. The toxic fumes from New York City and the factories in the Garden State. I need to stop doing that. What do? I take a plane, and you take a plane and you fly, right? So I'm flying in the sky. Such a mess today. I'm sorry, guys. Like I said, there are many parts of airports that I don't like. I don't like. This is gonna be bad, but I hope you understand, and this is not malicious, but I don't like cops, like securities, anything like that, anything that enforces, like anything basically. I don't even like the government, like that's a whole different video conspiracy. But I've never had any problems with the police. I've never had anything like that. I mean, obviously, there is a thing going on that's like that, but overall, and not every, police is like that, but that's a different video. Basically, what I'm trying to say is, they just give me anxiety. I have never had a bad run-in with one in my personal life, but they just give me anxiety. So the airport has bunches of them and billions of them, and I'm never doing anything wrong in the airport on my behalf. And you'll understand why I say that later. So I have no reason to be anxious or anything like that, because as a little baby toddler penguin waddling around my big fat self, I shouldn't be worried. But I am, and they just give me anxiety. Even nowadays, it's just something that's carried on with me for a while. I don't know why, but they do, and that's the tea. So in the airport, filled with security, and that's one anxiety point. Another one is just people in general constantly staring at me because I may look different, I may act different, I may dress different. This is literally how I dress, and like, people will stare at me, like with the scarf on, and people will just stare at me, because that's like how people are. And so I just get judged, I'm always thinking things like people are saying to me, that's just my egotistical self, I guess, I don't know. And so it's just a big ball of anxiety handed to me on a platter. But you know what? I overcome, I conquer, because I want to go back home. So I go on my flights and I leave. But how do I get on the flight, you may ask? That's what we're getting. Yo, my last clip was so dark and I don't know why, so I'm sorry. So, how do I get on the flight, you may ask? I walk. No, but like, okay. So, whenever I would go on a flight, throughout my life, I would say that is when the most rules have changed over the time of airlines. And maybe they just change every like few years. Maybe that's like a contract they have. I don't freaking know. I've just noticed a lot of changes in the airline atmosphere. I don't know what the frick you call it. Throughout my life, age has been a problem. And so me, little penguin star, you know, just waddling around, I was fine. I always traveled by myself. I either traveled with an adult and then I traveled by myself when I got a little bit older. I hate my life. Anyway, I had a sister and she needed to come with me as well. So I could not no longer more, just waddle around, still with anxiety from security people and all of the above, but a little bit less because I only had to worry about myself and I knew if I rolled down the stairs, I'd be okay. And so now I have another little person to watch. So now we're both waddling around the airport. But how do we get to the airport, you may ask? A 13-year-old kid and an 8-year-old, 7-year-old. The ages may vary. Wow. So yeah, imagine that, the anxiety, the stress that can cause on a little tiny penguin. So that added to the leveling of anxiety tons, and on top of that, I was breaking the law. Please don't put me in jail now. So, in order to fly and accompany a minor, you must be a certain age. Do you want to know what that magic number was for the first 2 years? 2 years? 16. Do you want to know how old I was? 13. So we pushed the limits. No, not we, honey. My mother. So they paid for my tickets, and what happened is if you don't have someone that age to accompany a minor, you have to pay like $300, basically paying for a whole other ticket just for someone to watch you. And I will explain how much they watch you later. But we weren't gonna waste our money on, they weren't gonna waste, I cannot associate, I'm not going to jail. They were gonna waste that money. They were not gonna waste that money on that. So they lied. And because I was under 17, I didn't have to show any forms of identification other than a picture with my name on it. And that's what I did. I got a school picture with my name, like a school ID card, library card, whatever you may want to call it. Throughout my life, like for 5 years that happened, and it was the worst thing I ever had to go through. I hated it so much. It literally gave me so much more anxiety on top of everything else that I've already stated like 5 times. But one year, I was flying alone. And I said, I don't want to lie anymore. I'm tired of this lie that I live. So I'm gonna tell the truth. That is where Star messed up. So I wanted to be a law-abiding citizen, so I decide, and this is not the time that my parent is paying for it, so I decide that I'm going to tell the person who's buying me the ticket to put my actual age, which I believe was 15, and at this time they had raised the age to 17. And I told my aunt who was buying me the ticket, put my real age, please. I don't want to get anxiety when I go there. So I do that. I walk into the airport with my mother, who comes with me, and that's a whole other story, but basically, they're not allowing me to go forward. I come to check in myself at the front desk, and I'm not allowed to go forward. They're telling me that they don't know how I bought my ticket because I'm too young, and I need to leave. So I continue. But they check me in because we create a big commotion. I think what happened is when, I don't know, I could be getting two stories mixed up, but either way, these things did happen. So I'm gonna go with the story that I think happened. They end up just letting me go through, and I go through security, and I tell them my age, and they don't say anything, and I go through, and then I go through to the boarding. I'm sitting there, I walk up to the lady, like I'm walking into the plane, and she asks how old I am, and what do you think I said? As a law-abiding citizen. Am I really? That lady said, no. So I placed myself to the side and watched all these people board the plane to a place that I really wanted to go. Mind you, this airport's an hour away from where I live. And my mom's already left because she didn't want to wait because she thought everything was gonna be fine. So, as that happened, I'm with the lady at the front desk of like where you enter like the plane. And I'm like, listen, my uncle's on the phone right now. Can he give you his credit card information and you can pay for the assistant right here? Because my uncle was like, oh, but let me go through the system with his real age. I don't know why this is happening, but I guess I'll have to pay for something. I'll have to pay for the freaking assistant. And you're like, no, the plane has to go. Like, you can't do it. It's too late. I'm sorry. My little heart broke. But then she was like, we can give you an alternative flight with your assistant later today. But you have to pay now. So, my uncle pays, and everything's fine. Remember when I said the airport was an hour away, and my mom had already left, and she was not happy. So she had to turn around and come pick me up. And we went back home, because the flight was not till later that night, like 11 o'clock. And it was 10 o'clock in the morning. We get to the thing again, the little place where I enter the airport, and I'm waiting for this woman to come with me. She's very sweet. Ooh, she's very sweet, and doesn't do much. I'm gonna be honest with you, if you ever hire those personal assistants or whatever you want to call them, it's literally a waste of money. That's what I was talking about earlier, how my family didn't want to have to pay for it. My one that always used to buy my tickets, because they already knew the case, I guess. I never knew it, but literally they walk you to the plane, you sit in your seat, and they just let you know if you need any help to get them. And you can do that on the plane anyway if you're an adult. You just hit the little button. And then when you get off the plane, you are the last person to get off the plane because they need to make sure that you're safe. But you get to board the plane first. No, I want to get off the plane first. And then they hold you in a holding chamber until someone comes to get you. And that person needs to come all the way through security, all the way through the airport, all the way through the terminal. And where I go to get dropped off, they have like it's like a big airport, so like it's like a bunch of like, you know, big like things. So like, yeah, it wasn't fun. And I had to wait in that holding cell. I don't want to say holding cell because it's like jail, but like a chamber by myself in freaking New Jersey, like the craziest, like Newark, New Jersey. Like, I don't know if you've been there before, but like that airport, like it's crazy at night. Like it's just a lot of people. And so I'm sitting there with all these people that I don't know around me. Instead of me being able to leave the airport, mind my own business, I have to talk to this lady. And like, she was sweet too, but like, it just wasn't the same. Like, I just wanted to leave. Like, that's all I wanted to do. It was the worst experience I've ever had at an airport. That adds on to my anxiety today. But luckily, that was the last time I was a law-abiding citizen, because after that, I was too afraid to tell the truth again. Because I did not want to have to deal with that again. I was just so anxiety-ridden that I just didn't want to deal with that again. So I kept lying until now I am 17 years old. Hi, and I don't need to lie. Yeah. That's my story. I mean, they still give me panic attacks. It's probably not for what you guys are probably assuming. You guys are probably thinking I crashed or something. No, nothing like that. It's just the people that give me anxiety, and the actual like security that give me anxiety. Not the actual like airplanes that are like 50,000 feet in the air that can actually crash at any second. No, I love those things. No, it's the people. The people that give me anxiety. But anyway, I want to thank you guys so much for watching. I hope this was interesting and fun to watch. Sorry if it wasn't. Sorry. But thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you guys like, subscribe, keep your heads up high, and I will definitely be seeing you guys next time. like how I can see all the lights though. That's pretty.